All right, and welcome. I am Michael. We are playing City of Mist this evening. My pronouns are he, him, and if everyone wants to introduce themselves. um, let let me go. All right, talk.
Testing, testing,
Hello,
testing.
Beep beep
My
beep
mic
beep
sounds
beep.
Oh,
nice.
Steve.
Test one.
Hello.
there we go. Okay, sorry. We'll do that.
Oh, there we go. We're there now.
I thought that was it. What do I want to speed? Hi, I am Michael. He, him. I am the MC tonight for City of Mist, Knights in Payne Town, episode 4. If we want to go through and reintroduce ourselves, because I
Yeah,
screwed up.
allow me to reintroduce myself. Hello, my name is Ibrahim. I play Cooper Davenport. He's got a Merlin inside him not in more ways than one, in one specific way that's normal and good. We both use he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I am playing Hope Anais, who is a Rift of Pandora, an ex-soldier with a lot going on beneath the surface. She, her for both of us.
Hello, it's me, Nessa. She, her for me, but I'm not me tonight. I'm Phil Paul. Who's he? He's a groundhog. Just a regular groundhog? No, the groundhog from Groundhog's Day. The holiday, not the movie. Although maybe also the movie. Yeah, he loves shadow magic and his wife, and that's all he is.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm he, him, and I play Adam Donaldson, who's the Rift of Prometheus. He is an ex-boxer, and the muscle of the group. That's it.
All right.
He, him for both of us.
Do we want to go over what happened last time?
Yes, I can
Sure.
give us a rough thing. Michael, should I combine this with potentially Phil's monologue, or do we want to just do monologue later?
I keep those separate.
Okay. So it's currently Friday, January 9th, 1942. It's raining in Payne Town, which is where we are right now. Oh, I fucked it up. Damn it. I forgot to do the bada. I'm doing a very poor showing for Tangy's roommate who is here. Hi, by the way. So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to hear is a lie. We're role players. We make this up on the spot, except for Michael, who knows how he does the mystery part. Beep, 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 da, da, da. There's always some different music in the middle, kind of. It's Friday, January 9th, 1942. It's raining, probably. It's always raining in Payne Town, which is where we are. All of us were working undercover at the Washboard, which is a club. The partner, Sarah, and myself, Phil. The muscle, Steve. The fixer, damn it, Adam. The fixer, Cooper. Martha Ellis, the main lady. She's a girl who doesn't know how much trouble she's in. Mainly because most of the people around her are dead. We were brought in originally because there was a murder behind the club. But since then, we've discovered several more deaths. The funeral that this singer was asked to sing at, the wife and son, they're dead. Granted, it was their funeral, so they were supposed to be dead. But the husband dropped dead at that funeral. And that same guy who did that murder, he was there. But he didn't touch anybody. He just died. They just died around him. And that's something. This is a magic city. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. Magic? Who knows? That's our job. We're detectives. Last time we were wandering around asking questions we probably weren't supposed to be asking. We found out a different patron, Ross Bancroft, also dead. His wife, dead. The bartender at the bar that he slept with, dead.
Ross, not actually dead.
Damn it.
Ross was
And
me
I don't
remembering.
know that.
Ross was me remembering the wrong person.
Okay. Who is Tiffany? Because Tiffany is also dead, according to my notes.
Well, we don't know for sure. Well, we now know that Ross is not dead. What we knew was that one of the like family members died, because
Mhm.
I heard that the guy died. Somebody else said the wife died. So we had misinformation, and Michael just told us the answer.
Yeah,
So
Tiffany was the wife.
And I'm assuming that the Rachel, the bartender who he was sleeping with, is also dead.
No, she was talking to you.
Damn it. Oh,
maybe
all
just
right.
maybe just inside.
My notes were not so great last time. I'm not gonna lie. I usually do a better job with the notes. Yeah, but we got all that information, and then Coop and I decided to go out because we saw some weird shit going on. Saw a boy going into a car, tried to follow it, fucked up, magic, something, something, something. The mob is mad at us, real mad. They kept asking us if we were discreet. They did not mention that this was a mob hotspot, and frankly, it seems like important information, you know. But I think that's about it. Give or take. Let's do the thing now.
All right, who wants to do the monologue? We have an opportunity to basically get a little bit into their heads, see how they're feeling about what's going on.
I did it last week.
Is it between me and Sarah or me and Ibrahim?
It's me and you.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I can do it this week. Seems like every time the world settles a little bit, shit gets fucked up once again. Can't help I'd rather be here in Payne Town or back in the trenches. Or back in Project Cicada. It seems like everything sets me off nowadays. Every tick of the clock, every footstep in the hallway. Only thing that was good in my life was Colleen. She's gone now. I don't know what to do about these guys, but we gotta get this stuff in order. Gotta find out who killed all these people, because it doesn't sound kosher to me.
Camera goes over to Colleen somewhere at a bar on a date, having more fun than she's ever had with Hope.
I gotta find the voice again for Hope.
All right. I believe we sort of ended with the mob guys had gone in to speak with Sammy, the owner of the place, leaving y'all essentially with an ability to look over all the information you've got and decide what do you do now.
Well, I'm currently employed. I can't leave.
Okay.
So once the club closes, I can meet up with them. Adam, yeah, once the club closes, I can meet up with you guys. But
All right.
you should probably follow up on that Russ Bugga lead.
Bancroft. Ross
Yeah,
Bancroft.
that guy.
Bugga.
Ross Baga Baga. I've heard good things.
Hey, Ross Baga Baga. I understand your wife dropped dead the other day. We had to ask you about that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. What time is the club closed? Do you know offhand, Adam?
Offhand, Adam?
Cyrus tells you it's about 2 in the
Yeah. About 2 in the morning.
All right. What time is it right now, Michael?
It's about 11. Like she's right about to go on and just do a little bit of singing.
All right.
Bye. Do
One of
we
us
have?
should keep an eye out for what actually at the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Adam's here, but in general.
Cooper, you want to stick around here?
Yeah, I'll stick around here, find something to occupy myself, and keep
Don't
an
do
eye on
any-
the place.
Don't do anything stupid, okay?
Yeah. Very
Find
Of course
important.
not.
Pockets to pick.
Pulls out,
No.
like, goes to the bar, grabs a couple of cups, grabs like a red ball from somewhere, and is like, I'm just gonna run these cup games over here where I have a good view of the whole place.
Best we can
Yes.
hope for with you. All right.
That I like how we're doing this, and the equivalent. Cooper did the equivalent of like firing a grenade launcher at a car last week when we were asked several times by management to be discreet.
Hey, there was no weapon for them to recover, so that's
That's
very
true.
discreet.
There are
Yeah.
different levels of discreet.
Yes,
Exactly.
Okay. Phil, you and I go to Bancroft's house. Talk to this Ross fella.
Now this is I'm saying this as Phil. So this is the guy who's dead or something
And his wife. He's not dead. He's alive. Bad information. Bad gouge.
for now.
For now. Yeah. All right. Let's get going.
I predict he will die soon.
Probably. Everyone's dying around here. You two, don't die. Okay?
I haven't died yet.
If an opportunity comes up to die, I'll be sure not to take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
what he said.
We'll be back at around 1:30. Do a little
Yeah.
footwork ourselves.
If you run into any trouble, call the club and I'll send Coop to you. I can't leave till the closing, but he
If
can.
we run into trouble, we'll shadow hole our way out of it, okay?
Okay.
Yes, my shadow hole. I
We
love
can't
calling
call
it
it
that.
the shadow hole. We can't call it that. Gang, we got to come up with better terms for the things we do.
What do you want to call it?
Not that.
Why the shadow hole? Like, I don't understand that one at all.
It's a hole made of shadows.
It's not a hole.
Stop saying
It's,
hole.
Like,
Well, it's
like,
decided. We're calling it the
the-
shadow prick.
no.
It's fine.
No,
Oh,
it's a shadow step. You create this wall, a shadow door. It's not a hole. We step through a shadow and then we're out on another side. Like, okay,
You
whatever.
can decide
And he
later.
turns and walks.
Yeah.
Branding
I
isn't
gesture
our
to a
thing.
Looney Tunes style hole on the ground.
Incredible.
Right, let's get going.
Yeah, well, things start to go. Martha comes out to do another set. Cyrus looks over at you, Adam, and is like, "Hey, Adam, if you make sure you just kind of keep an eye on the dressing room. She gets kind of paranoid about it while she's up on stage."
Got it. I think he's literally just standing in front of the door, arms crossed.
I want to be opposite where Adam is, opposite side of the club, maybe in a booth somewhere, trying to run cup games.
So hard to get a lot of cup games going once Martha starts to sing. As she gets up there, it is sad, it is beautiful, and it is enthralling. As she begins to sing, you see, this is the reason a lot of people here have shown up, and this is, you can kind of tell fairly quickly why this was someone who at one point was in some pretty high demand. And when she's on stage, she seems kind of pretty far removed from the kind of much more distracted, forlorn person that you saw in her dressing room. Out here, she seems to kind of command the area just a bit better.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think Adam's just scanning, looking for this skinhead guy, looking for anything out, like just anything that doesn't fit, more or less.
Okay. Yeah, you're keeping an eye on things, looking around to see if anything's going to get kind of weird. At which point we have Hope and Phil. You're given the information on where Ross Bancroft lives, and it's a penthouse that is fairly high up there. Like, the building itself is downtown, kind of right off the river. You're looking way, way, way up, and you realize that he's got a lot of money if that's where he's staying. So his as you kind of approach, there's a doorman up front. You see some staff and such inside. The rain itself right now is just a little light drizzle that's sort of barely hitting you, the kind you can forget pretty quickly.
One second, I'm taking some notes real quick.
This guy's pretty well off.
Of course he is. What part of the city does he live in?
It's downtown. It's actually not too terribly far from where you all are. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, because I forgot this actually is one. I'll have a thing for.
So like in the financial district or in the tourist trap area?
Give me just a moment. Let me find it real quick. Oh, there we go. Parkside.
Parkside.
I hear no puppy.
Yeah, sorry. The puppy I asked in the chat because I was like, the puppy is running back and forth with his koala squeaky toy, which is the loudest squeaky toy.
Run. Okay.
Of course it. Well, he lives in Parkside. What do you expect? Let's go on up.
And what I'll do
We
is...
So just one of those things where like the doorman has to let us in, or can we just like kind of go through?
I can get past a doorman.
Yeah, the doorman generally, especially like this late at night, the doorman is letting people in, finding out who they know. So if you happen to look on the map over by Parkside, I just put the thing. It is essentially just below the little park there that has the circle in it.
Okay.
This is near my apartment. I'm just saying not every apartment in Parkside has to be nice.
They all are.
These particular ones is kind of like high up in one of the skyscrapers.
Phyllis and I's apartment is just fine. It's good. It's just not. There certainly aren't any servants running around, I'll tell you that much.
All right. We take the elevator up to his floor. Get off.
All right. Well, first you got to get in.
Oh, first gotta get in.
Yeah, because remember, like it's later at night. You got the doorman out there, and you got a couple staff members inside as well. You can see a few people have just kind of come in. Looks fairly late, sort of chatting with the person at the desk as they come in while they're waiting for the elevator.
You want to do the talking or should I?
I'm okay to do the talking. You
got that celebrity going for you. Go on.
Oh, people don't remember an old weatherman as much as they used to. Michael, I'm going to, as subtly as possible, try to look into this guy's future as I walk up to him, because I want to be able to pull some shit on him. Be like, your wife's in labor.
All right, go ahead, and I think I can hear what you're doing. Since you're looking, I guess what it says would be investigating into his future. So if you want to go ahead, make your roll. You've got no negatives on there.
Yep.
So just whatever you're using to help make that happen. So remember, you're looking for how many tags you've got that fit. If you've got a weakness tag that fits, you can use that for a -1, which also gives you some attention on that particular theme book. Once you get enough points and attention, you advance your theme books.
I got it. I figure this is going to be like a convince, right?
Though this is more the invest. You're using the powers looking to his future. So you're essentially using your powers to... or not, maybe change the game. I think change the game is probably... It won't make a difference mechanically. But yeah, I think change the game. You're trying to give yourself or allies an advantage.
All right, I'm gonna go Shadows of the Future. Do you think Private Eye or anything might be able to help, or just let's do flat plus that?
I think Private Eye can help here. You've been around enough. You know the kind of things that get people to do the things that you want.
All right, and I'm gonna give myself a negative, which is the future can always change.
I'll confirm and approve. 11. You get 2 juice. You can spend your. What you do is you can create a story tag. This is essentially when you want to try to get them out of the way or whatever. Here's what as you look forward. Here's what you see. Give him a name. We'll go with Raymond. The problem with Raymond is, explain to me, what does it look like when you look into the future? Like how does that? What is your shadow power? How does that stuff work?
I think my eyes kind of go black, but I can kind of just be like for a second, just like pretend like I've got a headache or something, or just be like.
But then, how do you like? What do you see? What do you do?
Oh, I think sometimes it's just like the shadow puppet thing, but I think this time it's like more of like a personal thing and not like a where is someone in the city. Uh so I can think it can be kind of situational. I think it's just kind of like wispy outlines of this guy and like what may or may not happen. Like we're going down like a river made out of a smoke machine, just looking, being like, so what's going on over here? What's going on over here?
So as you're traveling through, you're seeing parts of his life. So the problem with Raymond right now, and this is one I say, what you can do is basically create a story tag, which would put a tag on him that you're able to use. And if you want to reduce a status, you could give him a status with your second point of juice. Essentially, which we'll let you know what it is here in a moment. He works a night shift, which means he is gone from about 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. This means that his wife Laura is home alone cold most nights. That also makes a fairly big strain on their relationship, because by the time he can be working nights makes it difficult to be with somebody. So at this point, you're kind of looking at him. What you see is Laura right now is home and not so cold as maybe she normally would be. And you can see his friend, a very good friend of his, who happens to know what his work schedule is, who maybe popped in to see if things were okay. Maybe if she needed a hand, knowing that it could get kind of lonely with him being gone the times he is. And you know that somewhere inside, he knows that he's been losing her. You kind of hear through the shadows a voice that's not Raymond say Laura in a way that might make another person blush.
I'm gonna do that like what's it called, the like cold reading thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, Raymond?
Yeah. Do I know you?
I'm so sorry. I never do this. I never. It's just. Have you lost anyone in the last year or two? It's like a motherly figure, like a grandmother maybe.
Kind of looks like, no, everyone's kind of fine. I mean, Grandma's getting a bit. So, what are you?
I am having this not premonition. That sounds dumb. I feel like I've been sent to tell you that your relationship is in danger.
He goes, oh, what kind of bullshit is what relationship is this?
Laura, you've been drifting recently.
At which when you say their name, his face just sort of drops. Drifting.
Moving apart down this river we call life.
What did you, who? Now go ahead and make a convince roll, and you'll be able to use those two scene ones as a positive.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna add just charming. I reconfigured Phyllis because I had never added a third tag for her because I didn't really know, and I just decided I needed to be charming to win her. And I don't think Shadows of the Future apply, so I think it's just those three, right? And then maybe future can change again. As a negative.
That one won't give you another bonus on this one, so I would go ahead.
No, future can change as a negative.
No. But the thing is, if you don't have to use it, you don't have to ever use those. When you do, it gives you attention on there. That only happens once per session.
Oh, okay. And I'm allowed to use charming?
Yep.
Okay. Execute a move then. I like how I can tell exactly when my roommate's phone dies to the minute because the air tag that is on the pet starts beeping. Ugh. A little lower, but a 9. Irrelevant status with tier 1.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, so basically in this case, that paranoid could kind of pop up to a 2. And there's just a moment he goes, Laura, excuse me a moment. He rushes in, like just like right in the side, and just like there's a little phone there, and you kind of hear through the door a little bit muffled. Laura, who is that? Who? And it slams down the phone, and he calls back, and he's like, "Stacy, I gotta go," and then just rushes out the door, and is like the door flies open as he is going down those steps 3-4 at a time.
I'm gonna yell after him, "Your relationship can be saved. You love each other." And then just grab Hope and walk past. I like how that's not really Phil's personality, but the minute he decides to start call reading, suddenly he's like all hippy dippy.
Nice work there. Can his marriage actually be saved?
I don't know.
Don't give the guys false hope like that.
It's only so that he doesn't rush in on her and his best friend who are maybe currently doing it. He did call ahead, so there's time for him to get out of there.
Finish depends on how far away it is. At which point, Rachel at the bar kind of looks over and kind of because Adam, were you the one who talked to her about Bancroft earlier tonight?
No, Hope was. I talked to the random table.
Okay. Yeah, kind of looks, and he she would know that you two are with, or all 4 of you are working on this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd assume.
Yeah, Cooper, you get outside of this case, you get someone brings a note over and sticks it down, and the waitress just goes, "It's from Rachel at the bar."
I open it.
Yeah. When you open it up, it says Ross Bancroft, table by the column.
He's not even home.
This is very normal and good. This happens all the time. Yeah, I'll just straighten up, kind of eye Adam, and try to flash him a signal or something to indicate I'm going over there.
Okay.
And do that.
I think Adam sees you giving the signal, looks at the table that you're heading towards, just goes,
yeah.
He's got a glass of whiskey in front of him. He's kind of leaning back and listening to Martha sing. Sitting by himself. You notice that there's no ring, but there is the outline of where one was.
All right, file that away. Mr. Bancroft, pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
So the
Cooper
stops, sort of looks up and goes, "Do I know you, Cooper?"
I don't believe we've had the pleasure, but I'd certainly like to get to know someone of your circumstances.
Circumstances. He looks around like the rest of the bar, and just then sort of looks straight back at you, and goes, "Picking out the richest person here at the bar? Is that the circumstance you're talking about?"
Excuse?
If you want to make a convince roll to see basically if you want to charm him into giving you a reason to sit and have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
You charm him into being like, you. What are you accusing me of?
Right.
I mean, of your circumstances. If you go up to someone who's like, "I'd like to meet someone of your circumstances," and you're like that.
I don't know. I'd be flattered. Okay. That's a me brain thing to
Yeah.
work out. That's for
Well,
therapy.
but the thing is
I'm just trying to get a free drink, man.
the convince roll could work here.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. I need to think about my approach here. That's going to be convince. I think I'm going to use seemingly trustworthy. I can use multiple theme tags from the same thing, right? That's not an issue.
You can
Okay.
multiple tags.
So seemingly trustworthy. Get rich quick scheme. Talk my way out of anything.
The get rich
These
quick
are all
scheme, you
very
probably talk to a lot of people, like cold dropped in on a lot of people like this. So yeah, those will work.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's what I'm using for my convince roll. Let's see how that goes. Yep, those are all correct. Come on, baby.
You kind of know how to butter up someone like this. You've done it in the past because that's how that's how a lot of your scams work.
Yeah, I think like Cooper takes a second, smooths back his hair, and like grins crookedly. And it's like, well, I know how to make things happen for people in your position. I know that there are some difficulties working certain things out here and there. You don't want to be too tied down to any particular well, we'll just say we wouldn't want your options limited, and I know how to unlock those options for you. May I have a seat?
Yeah, he just kind
And
of
sits down before he gives permission.
Yeah, just sort of nods and goes, leans back. You can tell you like I'm assuming you want to give him a relevant status of
Yeah.
like, trusts Cooper.
Yeah, I want to give him like trusting, or like trusting.
Yeah.
I think works.
Yeah, that works. He's
Trust
yeah, he just goes,
me.
funny thing, I recently stopped being tied down, so maybe I'm looking for a little something different. Back at the penthouse.
Oh,
What a way to phrase it after your wife was murdered.
he's
I mean,
he's interested in Coop.
he
Oh
cast
boy.
off the old ball and chain. I guess I don't know.
How many days has it been?
It's been like less than a week, right?
But also, Coop, I mean, the risk of being murdered, but B, money.
If I can get him to marry me and then get the money.
Just
Coop
sugar
can
daddy.
retire
You
good.
don't get married. Just sugar daddy.
Early retirement for Cooper.
So he
Be like, Morgan, this is what you got to do: go to a bar, find the richest man,
Find the richest man in the bar, marry him.
you hear the ding
Accident.
as the elevator door opens onto like the stuff up here. Like even the hallway is kind of marbled. Everything like going up to there's a few doors here, not that many, and you've got the number of which one it is that's the Bancrofts. Right now,
Okay.
just a door between you and it.
Do
Should
the
we knock?
honors.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna knock on that door.
Yeah, let's knock.
Not hearing anything.
No movement at all.
Nope. Seems fairly
I'm
quiet.
gonna grab Hope's hand. Oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
gonna
God.
grab Hope's hand, much like how I'm grabbing this cat,
Like that.
and just I mean, if there's no one in the hallway, just like suck into the nearest corner shadow or whatever.
Give me some warning before you do that.
And then we are in the apartment.
There are when you pop in, there is a sort of trendiness to what someone can have for their apartment that may make it look good in certain lights, but makes it also feel kind of cold, empty, and not necessarily lived in. Like you are in a fairly open room with like the whole side of it is windows looking out on the city. It's a gorgeous view, but this whole place just feels kind of cold, kind of impersonal. There's like a giant piano on one side of the corner, or one side of this large room, and then you've got like hallways that lead off into the other things. And right now, it is rather dark. Pile of mail is sitting that got put through the slot.
I pick up the pile of mail and start like flicking through it.
You see, like you see the phone bill. You see a couple other like mostly business correspondences. Just about everything there is to Ross. You don't see anything in his late wife's name.
Interesting.
Is there any touch of the late wife?
Any photos?
Yeah, as you kind of like go through, you do see one place on the wall. The photo. She was gorgeous, like late 30s, beautiful woman. The two of them, however, in the very awkwardly posed photo, like there doesn't seem to be a lot of warmth there. Like looking at these two, they seem like they were ordered from a catalog to be together, but when you see them there doesn't seem to be that sort of spark that you even see with a decent couple when they're posed for a picture. She's a woman in that picture that does not look particularly happy.
He's not here. Let's see if we can find some clues.
Yeah, I guess let's just start looking at all the places that like a wife would hide things.
Where does your wife hide things?
Me and my wife don't have secrets.
Come on.
You haven't found where she hides things.
Every wife has secrets. I had secrets from Colleen. Colleen had secrets from me.
We don't have secrets. She knows everything.
Okay, don't tell me then.
If you want to get your rolls together for your investigate roll, you start checking things out, and we'll go back to Cooper.
I think Cooper's like ordered a drink at this point, sort of like sitting, really open body language, like one leg crossed over the other, got an arm up on the seat behind him.
So what do you do, Coop?
Well, I'm something of a fixer. I make things happen for folks, and we all get a little share of the profits.
I do something kind of like that, just with people's money.
Banker? Investments?
Investments. You see him kind of looking around the club, like he's got some predatory eyes right now, and then just kind of like looks and kind of like without looking, goes, "See that one up at the bartender?
I see him.
In my apartment last week.
Oh,
money gets you a lot.
I see. You often come back to places there where you've been sleeping with the bartender?
Yeah. Sometimes you want to
Seems
go
like
home. Sometimes you want to go home with someone, and if I don't find someone else, there's the default.
All right. Internally, Cooper's like, that's nasty. I understand. You gotta hedge your bets. In my line of work, and I'm sure in yours, a sure thing's much more valuable than a risky prospect. I'm wondering, what's a guy like you doing in a place like this? It's a little low rent for you, no?
My ex-wife was a fan of it. Decided I'd come
I see.
down. I know there's a concert coming up next week and kind of like just points at Martha Ellis that she's singing at. I just wanted to give it a shot, see if maybe I wanted to use those tickets.
And how are you finding the music?
Pretty good. If there's a specific kind of line of questioning you want to go to, if you want to also go ahead and make your get your stuff together for your investigate roll, and for Sarah and Nesta, you can go ahead and hit yours whenever you can. Adam, while you're sitting there, one of the busboys kind of waves you over. Steve?
What?
Sorry. Adam.
Sorry.
While
I zoned out.
Yeah, while you're standing there, one of the busboys kind of waves you over. And if you want to go ahead and make the roll, I'll go ahead and hit.
Okay. What's up?
Hey, can you gets a full bottle of whiskey and a thing of ice, puts it there, and then puts a key on the tray. It's like, can you go ahead and put this in her dressing room? She's gonna want it when she comes off the stage.
Okay. I think he's gonna open the dressing room, walk in, and like start smelling it.
Well, it's kind of
Like,
the whole thing. That whole dressing room smells a bit of alcohol. Like it is. It is definitely seen some better times. I mean, you were in it a little bit earlier, but the perfume and such that she wore helped some on there.
Okay.
But it is used to be a storage room at one point. You also see like you didn't really get a chance to look at them earlier, but you've got like newspaper cutouts and throughout the walls. And you see some of them actually look like they've been parts of them have been crossed out on the dressing room.
I think as he puts the tray down, he's gonna look at all that and try to like see what exactly she's got on the wall.
Okay, yeah. Also, go ahead and make an investigate.
Investigation.
Let's go back to the penthouse. How'd you do on your investigates?
Can we see? Execute move.
I have a 10.
Way on you, Michael. Okay, confirm.
I also accidentally gave it a negative again. I just like I like adding a negative to rolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Also, you
and
want
some
to
stakes.
remove the attention so you're not like constantly getting like the attention would go up too quick.
Okay.
I got 9.
All right. All right, so it's like Phil, you get like a clue, and Hope also a clue. So as you're looking through, and double check this. Okay, let's do this. So as you're looking through Bancroft's apartment, the thing that was just mentioned, this won't be one of the clues, but you do find like part of not a part of you find a ticket to the upcoming show that Martha's got over by the piano itself.
Okay.
And that'll pop up.
Ooh. One free drink outdoors at 8 p.m. Live jazz at the washboard Friday, 10 p.m. Doors open at 8, but it's at 10. Good God. 2 hours of getting the audience drunk before it actually starts. Well, I imagine there's an opener, maybe.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if the opener started at 10 and everyone was 2 hours drunk before it happened?
Yeah.
What kind of things are you both looking for?
I'm looking for anything that might signal magic in the apartment, or like
That stuff's often can be kind of hard to tell unless you're seeing physical things of it. But I'll say as you're kind of looking through, because someone did this the other day, you do notice there's a pad on the phone that the pad right next to the phone that some of it is something's been ripped off of.
mm-hmm. I need a little pencil.
Yeah,
thing.
and you there's a number underneath it.
Hope I always forget about this. You always remember to do this. I'm so glad you're my partner.
So yeah, I do a little pencil thing and get a light outline of it. What does it say?
It's got a phone number on it. There's not a name.
Okay. Does that count as my clue, or can I bank my clue for something else? I kind of want to
That'll be your clue for this one. Like for
Okay.
this, some of the
Okay.
stuff you can find here. There's other things if you talk to other people or stuff like that, you can get some. But in this particular instance, there's only so much stuff you can find.
All right.
However,
I'm gonna wait. Go ahead.
Phil, you actually, as you're kind of searching through, you get a desk that looks like it is probably his. And you open up parts of it, and what you find is the police report.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that.
So when you look through the police report, like according to the coroner, like just some sort of a heart attack. They said that there was they had chased a bald guy in a hoodie with heavy tattoos out of the place that was seen by he went through a window and like fell from a decent height apparently, but they fled before they could actually be apprehended. The chief of security had tried to find them to no luck. You also get that when they talked around, the neighbors didn't hear any commotion or anything beforehand. Ross was gone. The only thing they heard was there was piano playing at some point before it happened. That was quite well done, but kind of loud.
Did it seem I guess maybe this isn't in the report, but is there anything in the apartment to me that would scream like the wife definitely played the piano? Because when I see rich people and see piano, I'm like, decorative.
You stand up and you open up the bench, and there is no sheet music or anything in there.
Okay, so we know with the one I'm gonna turn to Hope and be like, based off this report and some wild assumptions I'm making, I think this guy might play piano.
What, the killer?
Yeah,
Oh, doesn't narrow it down.
doesn't. What do we think maybe magic? If so, what do we know anything that could be?
They're killing without touching people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, I know that, but like, I don't know. They always surprise me. You always think it's going to be something, and then it's something else.
I think, look, if it's not magic, I owe you a Coke, okay?
No, not that it's not magic, but like I'm always like, oh, it's the Phoenix, and then you finally catch the guy, and it's like, oh, it's fucking Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin's a bastard. I hate that fucker.
Oh.
That fucking guy.
Yeah.
What did now? One of the things I can do with what you rolled is essentially ask a question. So one thing I want to know here, and some of these questions will be something that other people might find out one way or another. Sometimes it's going to be stuff for me to have more information.
All right.
What happened with Project Cicada that has helped make your life like with waking nightmares?
Project Cicada was so I know this technically takes place in 1942, but consider this like you gotta do some magical thinking with the math on this. So
I'll say keep it in the city. None of you necessarily remember ever being outside the city.
Okay. Project Cicada was it was done as an anti-communism operation. But it was going to be putting people into places in order to start riots within like communist meetings, communist organizations. So it looked like they were the troublemakers in the city.
And they had to make super soldiers about that.
Yeah, it basically it was like a super soldier project. Like you're set off.
It happens like that. Sometimes
take the super soldier part out of it because this is not a super soldier thing. Let's
No.
because we want to keep it for most people. Most people consider this to be a fairly normal thing. There's certain people that sort of live a little bit beyond that. There are reasons for it not to be the military as a whole that's doing this stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding.
Oh, I'm saying like there's reasons that the military would not have like a thing that's trying to work and create or build up more magic. So part of how the world
it's not a magic thing. Basically, it's trying to incite a civil war among communists and non-communists within the United States in the 40s.
Okay.
And the government's trying to incite it so that a
lot of messed up stuff that you did kind of along with that. All right. Good to know. All that stuff takes everything away, which I don't like. Yeah, so you two, if you want to think about what you're going to be doing with the stuff you've got, we'll head back to Coop.
Oh, we don't need a fill question?
You didn't, because you rolled high enough.
Oh, right.
The basically nothing kind of saw through you.
Damn my rolls.
And Coop?
Yes.
For you, like what? How did you do on your roll for investigate?
I think I got an 11. Hold on, let me scroll up.
Yep, that's an 11.
Yes, it's this one. Yeah, a gentleman's 11.
All right. Yeah. So as you're talking with him, what kind of stuff are you looking into? You have
Yeah.
like one kind of clue.
So he mentioned the wife. I've heard about the wife. I know that the wife died. I want to see what he says about it and if he
Yeah.
reveals anything.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just like kind of like asking him like, "Oh, you mentioned you're no longer tied down. You mentioned the ex. She clean you out in the divorce?"
No, man. Someone did me a favor. Someone broke in the house. She dropped dead just at the heart. I mean, the divorce was going to cost me half of what I got. Things weren't going well. It wasn't. I mean, we hadn't loved each other, even talked that much to each other in a long time. So it's tragic. I mean, it's awful, but saved me a lot of problems.
Right. You know what they say about you know what they say about women. Oh God, I'm gonna regret this. Uh, the best thing they can do is leave you alone.
Because
Right.
not all of them.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. Anyways, wow, that's horrible though. Just drop dead, huh? Just heart attack or
Yeah,
stroke or
I mean, it's like her own heart betrayed her. She's never a particularly strong person. Wasn't particularly good at life. Like people, like I mean, I saw you doing the cup game. Like you and me, we're not that different because we're people who go out and we grab the shit that we want. We go after it. Her, she just kind of hoped things were going to work out for her, and well, didn't.
all right. They didn't take anything. Somebody broke into your place. They didn't take anything.
I went out a window. In a different place, like, ran away. Security kind of saw them coming, but it's a
You
tragedy.
get a description of the guy.
Something like a lot of. They said a lot of tattoos, skinhead or something like that.
Right,
Hey,
cool.
kind of like nods down to a couple girls who are, or like a couple women who are there watching. He goes, "You think we might be able to get them to our table?"
Sure. Let me go make an introduction.
Adam, as you're
I got a 5.
okay.
There are people here.
as you're sort of like looking around, one thing you can tell is that the like she like it looks like what she's scratched out has been some criticisms. Like a lot of the stuff were kind of glowing, but you see like but and then like some of that stuff might be scratched out. And while you're in there, you're kind of big, kind of clumsy. You hit because like this used to be a storage, like a little storage area that was off of it that's been switched into it, so it's not too far from the stage. You can kind of hear it coming through, and then you slip a little bit. There's like a locked filing cabinet that you accidentally hit fairly hard as you sort of turn. It goes through the wall. Coop, you actually see like a little bit of like the back of the stage, like a little puff as a little bit of the drywall gets kind of knocked through because when you're what, close to 7 feet tall, Adam?
Yes.
Or I mean for Adam, you're what, 6'4"?
Adam is 6'7".
Yes.
Cooper's also 6'7", I believe.
Yeah,
He's
Or
7,
close.
like 7'1" or something.
and
God, I don't. That's so ridiculously tall, though.
when that happens, it's like the fuck, and Martha just sort of turns, and there's just this weird moment. There's just this weird moment in the thing as the band sort of stops playing. Back at the apartment.
A reverse clue, if you will.
So you've got some information. There might be some other things or places you can go to now. What do you two want to do?
You want to go to a
should call-
payphone and call that number?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I'll also give you another thing with yours. One thing you know, I don't know how much you would remember that. Phone bills used to have a list of all of the numbers you called.
Oh.
And the
I
phone
think
bill the phone bill was in the pile of stuff.
I think when we go, I pluck the phone bill out. I'm like, he won't miss this.
Looks like
He'll
it's
be
been
fine.
looks like it I mean it's just arrived probably today with the stuff.
So
All right, so you two head out.
Now let's steal all the mail while we're at it.
oh, we don't need all the mail, just the phone bill.
Fine.
Okay. Are you checking it out on the way down?
Are we checking what?
Are you checking out the phone bill on the way on the elevator on the way? Because in the lobby there is some, but also when you come down at the right off the elevators, there's a couple payphones in there for people too. As you look through it, and you have the day of the day of her death, and actually not too far. Like it looks like maybe about 15 minutes before the rough time of death that they've got, because of what they heard from the neighbors and such, and they chased the guy out. They had the rough time of death pretty exact. This is done about 15-20 minutes before that. Is the only time you see that number on that bill at all, and there's a lot of phone calls that are going out of that place.
So it's the same number 15. It's the same number 15 minutes before,
and that's the only time it has ever been dialed in the last month.
Interesting.
I'd put money on this guy might have helped with something. You know what? I'd put money on whoever's phone number this is. I bet they play piano.
Bet they do. All right, I go find a payphone in the lobby. Dial the number.
Okay. And thanks. The voice is really kind of thick. He's like, Maurice Butcher.
Yes, hi. I need to order a roast for tomorrow evening. Can you provide that?
You just hear a moment, goes,
I'm sorry, do I have the
got the address?
And I rattle off some vague address in Parkside.
This roast, is it a single roast? Regular size? Is this more than one?
I don't know. What would you recommend for 5 people?
5 people. We're looking. That's going to probably cost you $30,000
for a roast.
For 5 people.
Must be a real nice cow.
Who is this?
I'm sorry. Do I have the wrong phone number? I was told told this was a butch, isn't it? It's a hitman. It's a hitman service.
Oh, I thought it was a butcher.
Oh, it's a butcher, all right. And it's a hitman service.
Well, let's go quickly into a shadow just in case they're good.
$30,000 for 5 people. That's $6,000 a body.
Adam, the door kind of slams open. Martha Ellis says, "What are you doing in here?"
Delivering your to me.
Yeah.
So I was delivering your wine. I accidentally bumped the thing. I'm huge. I don't fit.
She just opens up the thing. You ruined my set.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to.
I had a lot of things ruin my set. I've never had the wall get burst through by the as she looks over to the filing cabinet. Make another quick investigate roll and see if you know something. Goes over to the filing cabinet, kind of pulls it out of the
Afterwards,
wall.
Could Steve just roll puppy dog eyes?
Oh, God dang
buddy.
it.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
what'd you roll?
Jesus. I'll let you know something
6.
You can do. One thing you can do. You can burn a tag to get a hit. So if
to get a hit.
Basically to get so that you succeed, you can burn a tag.
I'm gonna burn people watching. So I click the burn button, right?
Yep. Now the thing is that you'll be able to get that.
Oh, that was so sick! It made this eruption noise. It's like I'm like, and it's now red. Holy crap!
Okay, so yeah, when you burn a tag, what it's going to allow you to do, it essentially gets it so. I remember the actual thing. Tag invocation. You can voluntarily burn a tag when you make a move. You gain power of 3, and instead of rolling dice, just treat it like you rolled a 7, which would mean that there would be a 10. No other tags can be invoked in that roll. A status would apply if you had a negative status, but you don't. So essentially, what this lets you do is it gets you. This will get you 3 clues. Now you can you can recover those with a montage move, like your burn stuff. But if you're ever in a position where you're I need this to work, you can burn a tag for it, and that can be brought back. So they're not gone forever. It just means a little bit of your power has been expended for a little
All
bit.
right, so I have to do montage stuff to get that one back.
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough.
What's going to
My
happen?
people watching is gone. Yeah, so I burned the tag, and Adam's like, so you said I get 3 clues?
One of them is you see this. There's something's going to pop up for you.
Okay, I see it.
Ah, damn.
Mending the broken.
Like you see that kind of come out of the filing cabinet itself, because like part of it got, like, the things are locked, but this thing falls out.
Okay. I think I'm gonna like try to quickly make a mental note. Mending the broken, Dr. Selma Perrin, Dr. Selma Perrin, Dr. Selma Perrin. But in his head.
If you want to grab that, you can.
Oh, he's gonna grab it. He's
Yeah.
gonna reach down, pick it up, and be like, I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's fine. It's
I
fine. It's
I'm
fine. Just
look, I'm huge. I can't help it. I turn and it bump. I don't know.
it's fine if you just give me a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna be out front, out your door. If you need anything, just yell.
Yeah.
I think
she
he's
just-
gonna. I think when he opens the door to leave, he's gonna deliberately like try to break the handle off, just to
No!
make it look like he's accidentally like this massively strong guy.
What
He'll be like, oh fuck!
I'll tell you what, we'll use your other clue for that, because like they make him in hand. You're like, she's like, just get Sammy. She actually like puts her face to the little hole in the wall. Tell Sammy to get something to cover this. I'll be back on in a little bit, sweeties. That kind of holds up her drink.
I think he just puts the knob down on her desk. It's like,
How subtle are you guys? Us? So subtle.
Are Hope and Phil coming back to the nightclub?
Yeah, oh yeah, we said we'd be back around
Mhm.
1.
Yeah.
Maybe we get back early.
We'll say this might be about the time you guys get back, so we can maybe get the 4 of you together.
Okay.
Like Cooper, do you continue hanging with Bancroft, or do you find a reason to be elsewhere?
I hang with him until there is a moment where I like if I see them coming in, then I would be like, I've got to attend to some things. I've got some patsies to
All right.
extract some money from.
Got the women you've been kind of talking to, who seem much more interested in his money. You're kind of getting some charm going there, but then when they come in, we get y'all a reason to get together.
Yeah. Get
Anybody
away from him.
anybody need a bio break? Are we good? Or
I can go for one.
okay?
I'm imagining him looking at you, just like seeing this person walk in, this man and woman, and you just like, anyway, I gotta go, and him being like,
More from me.
after a couple, huh?
So do we?
Oh God.
We want 5 or 10.
Oh, I'm okay with 5.
Mhm.
Five's
Fine.
good.
I can do it.
All
That's
right,
good.
folks. We will be back in 5, and see you shortly.
Right, bye.
And we are back. All right, so we've got you all back at the washboard. When you come in, you see that there's currently a bunch of paper that's been taped over a part of the wall. You also have the back behind the singer. You also see some dust on the ground. Beyond it, Adam, are you sitting somewhere looking looking a little bit bashful, a little bit upbraided, like, oops, I screwed up?
I think Adam is actually like, does the bar have a view of that back door that he's supposed to be watching?
Yeah, there's a place you can go to see.
Yeah, I think he's sitting at the very seat at the bar that has a view of the back door and just like has a drink in his hand that he's not drinking, and he just looks defeated.
I feel like Phil looks at Hope and it's just like, Adam.
Okay. Well,
Didn't need my future vision for that one.
We've altered this a little bit from what's on the thing, but that's fine. Yeah.
What?
I'll take us away from the washboard because we're not using that layout.
I go up to Adam. What happened, big guy?
He pulls out the card and he hands it to Hope. He's like, I found that, but they asked me to deliver something to her dressing room. It was a bottle of wine, and I went in and I saw this stuff on the board, and I started to look at it. Well, I didn't pay attention to the fact there was this filing cabinet underneath my foot, and I turned and it went through the wall.
Good God, man.
Then they come in and they're like, what's going on here? And then I tried to talk out of it, and she's just like, get out of my dressing room. And then I broke her door, and I hand Hope the doorknob.
Phil takes the doorknob and just puts it somewhere.
I am big, and I can't help it.
We know. We're not angry. We're not angry. This is you're a big guy. You don't know your strength. You got muscles on muscles. We know.
Yeah.
Where's Coop?
I'm over here.
Oh, here he comes. He was flirting with that old guy.
Hey, what? I'm sorry.
Hello.
What?
Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
Coop. You're finally trying to find yourself a Phyllis, huh?
Who are you flirting with?
Were there sparks?
Bancroft.
You tell.
Bancroft was here.
That's where he was.
Bancroft is here.
We got to his apartment. He wasn't there, and he was. What is the point of?
Bancroft's terrible.
Yeah, he's rich. What do you expect?
No, I mean like really bad.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, what's he doing?
He was talking about how fortunate it was that his old lady got knocked off.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Michael, by the way, does it seem Phil does a quick like no one's listening in on us, right? Or does it seem somewhat?
Yeah, right now nobody is.
Okay. That's a fun coincidence because we actually found right before his Hope found it. I did not help, but we found a number to a butcher's shop where you can get a roast for 5 people for $30,000.
It's a big roast.
Yeah, he called.
It's a very special roast.
Yeah. He called that right 15 minutes before she died.
Adam, I'm gonna need you to call in. I've already used my one other voice that I can use calling the shop.
You want me to call in, and what do you want me to say?
I want you.
Coop should call.
I mean, Coop's the con man. Give it to him.
That's true. Coop, you call. Oh, by the way, Michael.
Yep.
Is the number on Selma Parent's calling card the same as the number I called for the butcher shop?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
But well, Adam, what's up with this doctor? You know, my wife got scammed by a doctor once.
What happened?
What doctor? Yo, you mean on the card? I don't know. It just fell out of the filing cabinet.
Good job. Also, good job on you, Coop, for putting your moves on that old rich murderer.
Yeah, it's really bad, but he's going to be occupied with those ladies over there for a little bit, although he intends to leave with them, so maybe.
All right.
Why am I calling the hitman?
You're calling to find out what's required. how much money, where it's delivered.
Okay.
I don't know how
Well,
much of that
You told
information
us
that
it
they're
was
gonna.
6,000, right?
It was 30,000 for 5.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe there's a bulk discount.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying.
Who,
All right.
who are we gonna hire to kill? Like, he's gonna
Say-
want a
say-
name.
Say you're gonna kill your mother for her insurance. I don't know.
I think Coop's eyes light up when he hears like, "Oh, I get to make up a story."
Yeah, you
Um,
get to, that's why we're asking you. You're the best liar of the bunch.
Is there a phone at the bar?
Oh.
No, don't use the bar. Use a payphone.
I'd have to go outside.
We don't have to do it right this second. Also, burn your fingerprints off after.
Also, if you go outside this time, don't shoot a car.
Yeah.
It was magic. It wasn't shooting.
That was also technically my fault.
Just
Don't blast a car.
We want a low profile, okay? Low profile.
Right. Discreet.
But I am gonna use this card to call this some. I'm gonna use the phone of the bar to call this Selma Pear in person. I approach the bar. Ask the bartender for the phone.
Okay. Yeah, they hand you one.
I call the number.
So that number gets an answering service.
Wait, it's like 2 a.m. What am I doing? What am I doing? Never mind. Forget that.
That's the best time to call people. They're off their guard.
Did you actually call?
No, scratch that. It's 2 a.m. I forgot about that. I'll call in the morning.
If I was the leader, I'd call now, but Hope's the leader, so.
Cooper, what were you were going to be making another phone call?
I'm calling the butcher.
I will say this: you're enough of a you kind of been a con man enough. You know that there's only a certain number of butcher stores or butcher shops in the city.
Okay. Would I be able to like
Use
put it
vote-
on a map and get the location?
You could like you basically go to one of the things you got the yellow pages.
Yeah.
In the how many? Out of curiosity, because I know Sarah has. The rest of you have like phone books and yellow pages when you're young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They were like free garbage they gave out when I was a kid.
They were necessary.
Yeah,
when
it
I was
just
young.
showed up. It just showed up on the doorstep one day, and I'm like, "Hey, this is cool."
This is
I've
going to
only
be.
used it for its intended purpose one time in my life,
Yeah.
and I was like 7.
I'm so old.
Crinkles. That's what we used it for a little
I
bit.
used to look. I used it a lot, but I also look up on my own phone number to find out what it was listed as.
Yeah. I remember
Michael
being
knows what I'm
mad because
talking about.
I'm like, other elementary schoolers are not in this, and I don't know anyone's parents' names, so this is useless to me.
So you flip open the yellow pages to the B's for butcher, and there is a list of them, and it doesn't take you very long to find the one that has the exact same number that you just called. Our butchers. It is in the industrial zone.
Okay. Good.
I feel like your front is not good if you have a physical location.
Yeah, it should be a lie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I see the butchers. Wait, is this the butcher? I assume it's this hand logo.
Oh, I have not put a thing in there yet.
Oh.
I don't think I've got like an actual physical place to put it. But basically, there is
no problem.
it's essentially in the industrial zone. But yeah, you got
Okay.
the butcher shop in there.
Radical. Okay, I'll note that that address down. I do have a hit I want to call in.
All right. So
You have $6,000?
You call him up,
Yeah, I'm calling him up.
and there's just this moment. Phone picks up, and there's silence for a moment, and he goes, "Who is this? And be specific."
Oh, sorry, there's a fly in here. I don't like bugs. My name is unimportant. I need a roast, and I need it delivered quickly. And I need you to deliver to... Tell me his first name one more time.
Ross.
Ross.
Bancroft.
Bancroft.
Ross Bancroft.
It's Ross Bancroft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like 2 names with the same phonemes. I need you to deliver to Ross Bancroft. ASAP.
There's just a moment, and then goes, "You disguised your voice last time, but this sounds like your real one, or a real one. Last time I showed up, cops were all over the place. I didn't get paid for that when I showed up. When I show up, I get paid. If I go back to a place I was sent, I ain't gonna do that shit. Who the fuck are you? And how did you get my number?"
You're in the yellow pages, friend.
2 in the morning is not a place you call for a butcher from the Yellow Pages, and you know exactly what it was you called for, to the same address that I got called before. Now, I don't know if you're the same person that called, because you ain't bothering to hide your voice like you did then.
Okay. Here's what. I feel like I want to do a roll here.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking. This is not going to help me. This is also not going to help me. Okay. I'm gonna tell a lie then.
A lie?
Bum.
A lie while you're putting a hit out on someone? Who would have
My
ever
name
thought of
is-
such a thing?
Please.
His name is Indigo Montoya.
My name is Blake Manning. Ross Bancroft took the woman I loved from me. I need him out of the picture.
And there's just a pause. And he just goes, "You don't know who the fuck you called, do you?"
I know that you get rid of people,
No.
and I know that you do it in a way that can't be traced.
No. I get rid of people, but those people get killed before I show up. So you don't know who the fuck you called.
He said get killed before I show up?
Mm.
Maybe it's like a reverse hitman, where like if you call in a hit, he kills you. Like instead of killing the person you say.
Hmm.
He's a cleanup.
That's good info. If you can't help me, then we're done here.
Click.
Okay, folks. We got some new information that
Good
you'll
job,
be
Coop.
very interested to hear.
Roses,
One.
roses.
One, we've confirmed that Mr. Bancroft called in the hit on the wife. Two, the person says that the people that they target die before they show up. Which is
What?
That means maybe the tattooed bald guy is trying to prevent the murder.
maybe?
Because if
Or
they die
maybe...
why is he here then? If they die before they show up,
I don't
No, he's
know.
the fall man. Every
Maybe
he
he's a
sho-
music enthusiast.
he's
No.
very gullible then.
No. The people commit the crime. He shows up to take the suspicion off of the person that actually committed the crime.
He
All-
has the worst job in the world.
He's just the fall guy, and he can get away and hide himself, and he makes a ton of money in the process. Right?
Okay.
Does that sound like
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. That didn't go as well as I wanted. But I got some information. Also, he's very unhappy. Apparently Bancroft stiffed him on the bill.
Oh.
Oh. So Bancroft's an even bigger piece of shit than we thought.
Was there
Yes.
ever any doubt?
No, but
Oh.
it keeps on stacking up.
So we're no closer to figure. Well, then who's killing people?
Hmm.
Mm.
Are all of these just not connected? They've got to be connected somehow.
They have to be connected.
It's got to be some sort of magical killing, but I don't know why they're showing up if they can do magical killing.
Look, we got the card from the health professional. Let's call them in the morning.
Oh, well, we do have the physical address for the butcher shop as well, but
Oh,
Wait,
stakeout.
what?
Stakeout
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
with
it's in the phone book.
steaks.
It's in the
Remember,
phone book.
you also do have the funeral home where they you got that, but no one would be there right now.
Oh,
We want to
Let's go
break into a
touch some
funeral
dead-
home. We want to break into a funeral home at 2 a.m. That
wants
is
to
the
touch some
question.
dead people.
I gotta say, that seems like the best time to do it.
I mean, only the ghosts are up at that hour, so.
Right.
I don't like ghosts, man. I don't like them. Ah, Phil,
Come on,
you make the
come
call.
Come on now, we've only fought one ghost. It's not that big of a deal.
When did we fight a ghost?
I don't know.
That ghost we fought that one
Oh
time.
yeah, I'm
Slide.
sorry.
That ghost
Yes, and the ghost we
was
fought.
that ghost was too much. Okay, one too many.
One too many.
Well, I mean,
Legs for
there's
days
one-
on that ghost, though.
Cope,
Too many legs
focus,
for
boy,
days.
Focus. Listen, all right.
Phil, you make the call.
Funeral home.
All right, funeral home it is then.
It's 2 a.m, so
Gravity's taking me.
We're very tired.
no.
So why don't Coop and Phil go this time? Hope I could use you here.
Okay.
Just
Well,
What?
okay,
Smoothing
if
over
you wanted to
everything?
talk to people at the funeral home, this late at night, like that might be a thing you hit tomorrow.
Oh,
All
Okay.
right.
Because
I do
it's
love
a funeral
talk.
home, not the coroner. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's just regroup tomorrow, all right? Everyone go home. We'll
meet at the office in the morning.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, you guys be safe. We've made a lot of mistakes tonight, so
Who's we?
well, I mean, we apparently
We
we've
all
called,
made mistakes.
We all made-
apparently
okay.
apparently we've called a hitman twice. We blew up a car of mob bosses, and I took out a wall. So we've
True.
all kind of fucked up
Okay.
tonight.
All right.
So when
all
I
right.
say we.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
all right.
true.
Mess up as a
Alright.
team.
Not just me. That's important. We all need to know.
We got to own that together.
So
All
I'll see
right.
you at the office. I'm gonna finish my night, and I'll be in first thing.
All right.
At least we kept the singer alive.
For now, knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
I see
So-
dark things in her future.
Oh,
Martha
don't
just
start with
drops
this
dead
again.
as soon as we say that.
All right.
To be fair, everyone's future is dark because it's all in shadows.
So, Adam, when you get paid that night, there's definitely a money, but he puts the money in your hand and then he goes, "Oh wait," and he pulls some back for the damage you did to the wall, and then oh wait, and then pulls a little bit more from the door that you broke. And he goes, "I don't know if we'll be needing your help again as a bouncer."
Listen, man, if
hoping
there's a
you-
fight,
I'm
if
hoping
there's
you're-
a fight, there's nobody you want more than me. I don't know why they gave me a key to her dressing room to begin with. You want me. Trust me, you want me.
Adam. Do you know why? Do you know why we have bouncers? So that there is no fight. Now you're big dude. If we could put you like a statue in the corner to scare people, hell yes. But you were just delivering a drink into a room and managed to knock a hole in my wall and break a door.
Well, next time we'll just put me in a corner. I need money.
Cyrus just walks by and goes, "If we get him again, let's just put him at the door and not inside." And he goes, "That might be better."
Less to break out
honestly, Sammy, it was good working for you. Honestly, you got a nice joint here. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry about all the hubbub. Next time, I'm gonna tell my friends not to come out. They're just gonna stay home.
He goes, "Aren't your friends also looking into what happened?"
Shush, we ain't talking about that right now.
Yeah.
It's literally you and Sammy and Cyrus and maybe some of them. Everyone else at this point is gone. He just kind of looks around. He goes, "I know you're keeping this secret from. It's just the couple of us that are here."
Yeah, well, We got some leads actually. We found the skinhead guy. We think
Wait.
apparently. Well, Coop has a lead. We'll let you know when we find more.
All right.
Yeah. If we find anything out, I'll definitely have Hope call you.
The guy who blew up that car, he's got the lead.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
But there's just this moment. He just kind of puts his glasses down and just. What counts as morning for all of you people, considering how much you work at night? This is like, we'll see you in the morning, 1:00 in the afternoon. You wake up.
No,
Lunchtime.
I think Adam is at the office at 7.
Good lord.
I don't know if any. Well, Hope lives there, so
Yeah, Hope's there. Hope's there. She
Hope-
opens the door.
Hope's there just like, Adam, go home.
Yeah. Like,
I think when he walks in, I think he doesn't even knock. He just opens the door and just starts cooking like bacon and eggs. So she
our
smells
kitchen?
it. Well, I think we have like a little kitchenette thing.
We
What
got
do you do?
2 hot plates.
what are you doing?
We said we were meeting in the morning. I'm cooking breakfast for you.
All right, I guess.
Where are the other 2?
I don't know where Coop lives, and Phil's with his family.
Coop lives at some cheesy motel up by the airport. You didn't know that?
Why would I know that? Coop lies all the time. He could tell me he lived in Park Avenue. I wouldn't know.
Well, I only know because I had to pick him up one time.
I've never picked him up.
Well, maybe you should take an interest.
Phil walks out
It's
of the wall.
Coop. He lies all the time. I could ask him anything. He'll lie to me. That's why I like him. He lies. I don't have to be. He doesn't be honest with me. I'm not expecting that.
Well, what? You don't like honest people? What's wrong with you?
No, I like honest people, but like I like that Coop is honest by his lying. You know?
An honest liar.
That makes absolutely no sense.
It absolutely makes sense. Cook your bacon.
Hi, Phil.
Coop doesn't live there anymore. The Italians found out about it.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Coop's moved a whole other place. Coop probably
Ah.
rolls in really.
Why are
pretty
we here this early?
Well, because it's morning. Why are you here? I didn't expect you till like noon.
I sensed that you were here, and I was like, stuff's happening. I want to go
Oh.
home and go back to sleep.
You didn't have
Oh,
to be
you
here this
had it.
early.
Well, the morgue opens at 8. I'm here at 7. I cook breakfast. We eat. 8 o'clock. We shadow jump over there.
Adam, I'm gonna ask this. How the hell are you single? You'll make a very good husband to somebody, I promise. How are you single?
I don't. I'm not looking.
I mean, you did break Trixie's door and her glass coffee table. And the fridge.
Well, listen, that
And
was.
the wall to the apartment adjoining her.
Listen, I can't control my strength. It's weird.
We
And
know.
especially
No.
early on in this shit. Like, I'm better than I was, but yeah, I don't know. And what? It's single. I'm not looking.
You'll make a fantastic husband for someone someday.
Listen, I am. Check my age. I forgot how old he is.
pulls out his ID.
No, he actually pulls out his wallet. I am 35 years old. I am too young to be getting involved with some woman permanently.
Ring, ring, ring.
Coop.
Ring, ring,
Coop.
ring.
All right.
Wait, Coop.
Ring,
Rewind
ring.
just a second. You're about to call.
Oh.
Yeah, you need the
All right.
money. You need the money. You like as much to be able to keep yourself together. You need to kind of have that going. But there is a moment where you're about to pick up the phone, and there's like a mirror to your left, and just you catch like movement out of it that shouldn't be in the apartment.
Whoa.
When you turn and
Hello.
look, there's almost sort of a shadowy figure there. There's something looking at you. It seems regal. It seems majestic, and you can kind of see a bit of a crown on there. And there's just, you kind of hear throughout there. It's like, It's very, very, very dim. My old friend, is that you? Now, this becomes a moment of kind of a possible moment of decision. You can use it as this, where if you go after one, you can basically would give attention to your attention to the Merlin one, or you can also or it can, and then put a crack onto the constantly jobless. This is one where like this would take you. This would mean that they would end up going without you, but you would do something else. But also means there's going to be some problems because you need the money that you get from working. But there is something like from your Merlin part of you calling you over.
He's here finally.
I mean, I think Cooper was like, he was about to call Phil for a pickup, and he's like, as he's seeing this, he's looking around and like almost looking like to see if the figure is talking to somebody else in the room. Like, you is there? There's no one else. Me? You want me?
I need your counsel, my friend. And there's a part of you that feels such a close connection to this.
Yeah. I think Cooper puts the phone down and steps towards the mirror, grabbing his cane.
All right, everyone else, you go to the funeral home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. When you get to the funeral home itself, there is like looks like there's still been like some glass because it's like this just happened yesterday. Some glass has been shattered. The place itself is there's closed on it. And you can see sort of inside some people rushing around, kind of cleaning up some things. There's some police tape still on the inside.
Just once, I would love for us to get somewhere, and there wasn't an active crime scene happening.
Well, technically, you heard about this crime scene yesterday. Last night, you heard about the one that happened yesterday. So this is just the one that you heard about.
God, the cops are slow in this city. And yet they have time to hassle us at every corner.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to try to grab someone, or?
No, they're just gonna kick us out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ibrahim, go ahead, put attention on your Merlin, and then put a crack on the job one.
Want to try? Do you think someone who works here would be amenable, or do you think we can convince a cop of something?
So what are we asking about the funeral home?
Yeah, I forget exactly what happened at the funeral home.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get my bearings.
Can you...
Did someone go with the notes you have for the funeral home?
Hang on.
What are the notes?
I don't know. Did you take them?
Didn't get those
You know
notes.
I don't, Michael. I listen back and then write everything down.
So I will say, y'all want to start keeping like since it's a mystery detective type stuff in here, you want to take some notes. This time I'll let you know the stuff you got, but you
All right.
want to be actively doing that. You can either do the journal that is on.
I have a 320. I've been starting the journal entries each session. So feel free to add to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Sarah was taking notes. That's why I didn't, but I will keep notes from now on.
Usually I have my big notebook, but as you saw earlier, I was in a fight with the cat, just like.
But yeah, when we get clues up, what you'd heard is she was singing yesterday at a funeral for the guy. This is one that Phil mentioned at the beginning. That his wife his wife had died a couple years before. His son had died of cancer, and then during the singing, the bald guy in the hoodie with all the tattoos broke back in, seemingly coming after Martha, and then the guy dropped dead.
Okay, I did know that. I didn't assume it happened yesterday.
Yeah, just Adam Walsh at the funeral had dropped dead.
Okay.
My God, if I was her, I would have called out of work. I would have been like, "You won't believe what happened this morning."
As much
I'm
as
not
she was
doing
drinking,
this.
as much as you saw her drinking the night before, like
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
might
my,
have seen
my
something
timeline
normal.
on that was fucked up. I thought that was like, I don't know, like 3 days ago or something.
So this guy that his wife died a few years ago, his son just died of cancer, and at the funeral he died.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So what exactly are we gonna ask? Like, I doubt they did an autopsy or anything yet.
Well,
So,
why are the cops here?
because there
This,
was a
that, it
there was a-
happened. It happened days ago, right?
That
well, it
happened
happened
yesterday.
Happened yesterday, and they're here again. Something happened today.
I don't
No,
know. Let's
no.
ask.
The police tape was left over from yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so
All
it's
right.
workers here, not police. Okay.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
no, the people you see when you look in are like the people that work at the funeral home.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I can just walk through the door if you want.
I think we should talk to the funeral director.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta get in.
Okay.
I mean, it's locked. I can break the handle.
Let's not break any more doors, okay?
Kool-Aid man. But yes, let's
It's
knock
my,
first.
It's my specialty.
I know, and we love that it's your specialty, but let's just like space it out a little bit, okay?
All
All right.
doop, doop, doop.
There's just a moment where the guy that opens it up seems this is the Green Meadow Funeral Home. Guy that opens it up, probably mid-40s, just kind of looks up and looks at the four of you and, can we help you?
Hi there. My name is Hope Anais. This is my partner, Phil Paul. My other partner, Adam Donaldson. We are here on behalf of a client. We're a detective agency. We have some questions regarding the death of, what was the guy's name again?
Adam Walsh.
Hold on one sec. Yes.
Adam Walsh, of Adam Walsh.
Yeah, there's a moment he goes, please come in. I don't know how much we can help you more than the police did.
That's
As you two come in, and normally we would not, because normally like your the two clues you have, or the one clue you have left over, Steve, would not be remaining at this point. But since you had such shitty luck with your rolls, I'm gonna let you have bank that.
Okay.
Because there are things you can bank and say, oh, I'm gonna bank this, so later on when we get some stuff, it would make sense, and I knew about it from there. This one,
Okay.
wouldn't, this one wouldn't, but the dice were fucking against you today, so it's like we'll let you
So-
keep that one.
Like I was telling Nessa when you all went to the bio break, I played a game of Legends of Kralis yesterday. We started at 3:30, ended at 8:30. I did not have one single success the entire game. So
Cooper.
my dice have been bad for 2 days.
Yeah.
26 hours of bad luck.
So Cooper, so you go through the mirror. Oh, I think you're muted.
Yes, I do.
Okay. As you go to the mirror, like it ripples for a moment, almost like you see a hand make its way through, and there is something familiar about this.
Hmm.
And it
I
is
guess I'd
it's
take
out
the
there.
hand.
And it grabs you sort of warmly, and then momentarily you're in this sort of shadowy realm. And he's beside you. He looks different, but then again, so do you. He's shorter than you now. in the past lives, he'd been taller, but you're also incredibly tall now. Probably 6'2", well built, black and balding, and regal in a way that you've only ever seen once before in a life that was not your own. And there's just a moment where he looks at you and is like, my friend, your counsel. Oh. You're not you yet.
No. Not entirely.
And this sort of shadowy realm that you're in, like it almost feels aquatic weirdly, even though you don't sort of feel it around you. Like there's just this moment where some light sort of comes through, and then suddenly you are standing. Here's the weird thing: you are standing in a field with crops and such around there. You're seeing, like, you actually see, like, thatch and brick and wood homes that belong in Braveheart. But then further beyond that, you can actually see the city itself, and the sun is coming down here in a way you don't remember it happening in the city for a very long time.
this place, it's different.
And he just sort of smiles at you and goes, "We're bringing it back." And then cut back to funeral home.
Sorry, sir. What was your name again?
Dave Procise.
How you spell that?
Prosise.
Well,
I know where you got that one from.
Funny thing is, his stepdad is a funeral home director, or was a funeral home director.
there we go.
He goes,
So-
how can we help you?
We understand that a man died at a funeral yesterday.
Yes, I'm. Who are you working for?
Client. That's all we can say right now. It's a matter of but it's very interested in the details of this.
I'll tell you what we told the police. It was the funeral. I mean, he'd had such a bad run of luck that it was understandable that his son was dead, and then the killer comes in. At least that's what the singer screamed.
Can you describe this guy?
About 6 feet, bald tattoos all over him, wearing a hoodie, and then one of the attendants is kind of going around and goes, and stunk of oil and something else. I mean, and kind of points at a place on the ground. You can actually see, like, some of the seats and such got kind of definitely moved to smash. Like we wrestled him to the ground before he fought us off, but it was like the dude just sort of smelled of. It was like being in the garage.
I see. Did he touch Adam at all?
No, I mean Adam was across the room. We stopped him before he got in, and he ran off pretty shortly afterwards. Adam, do you want to use your other clue?
Yeah, I do.
As you're looking in that area, you get like some of the chairs have been knocked over. No one has kind of gone through them. You see what looks like a little bit of a name tag poking through.
I'm gonna reach down, pick that up, and just kind of like wipe it off, look at it, and then just pocket it.
Okay, look at it real quick. It's got Nowak, Nowak, on it, and then it says Harrington Welding.
Nowak, Harrington, Weldon. Okay. Interesting. Pocket it, and then just kind of like, I think he's gonna touch the oil a little bit and see if it's like, is it just motor oil or whatever, or is it kind of a...
How much have you been around stuff like motor oil or oils and stuff like that? Like you kind of smell smell a little bit of the chemicals on it when you grab it.
Yeah. I'd say, I wouldn't say he's too mechanical, but he's definitely not a dummy in that area. So, okay. I think he's gonna just go back to the group and act like nothing. Doesn't want to point out the name tag till we're out of here.
And you see an older woman kind of like make her way in and goes, "Procise, who are these?"
We're detectives, ma'am. We've been hired by a client to look into the death of Mr. Walsh.
Sylvia Martinez, I'm the owner. Have you
Did
given
you
them
happen
the...
to know? Go ahead.
She tries to say, have you given them what happened? He's like, basically told them what we saw yesterday, what happened.
How much? So you knew? So Adam Walsh, his wife died a few years ago.
Yeah, cancer.
Cancer.
His son as well. It's terrible, and then for him to go, it was... The heart can only take so much.
And you
Do
think
you
it was
know-
just okay?
Do you know if he had anyone else in his life? Maybe, a new person, or maybe a brother, or
All I know
rich
is
father, or anything.
all I can know is when he showed up to get the funeral arrangements ready, he was here by himself. He said family was coming in, but I think from talking to him, it seems like he had essentially shut down after his wife died.
I see.
Hmm.
You is there anything else that you know that you felt was out of the ordinary for a funeral? I mean, obviously, a man dying at his son's funeral is pretty tragic, but anything else that struck you as odd?
Um, not really. I mean,
What
the singer sung beautifully. My friend Sammy had I brought her up as a favor.
did Walsh die while she was singing? Or was the singing stopped?
Well, she was singing, and then in came the man that they wrestled down to the floor.
Hmm.
He ended up like rushing into the bathroom and to flee. A lot of people ran, and then he died shortly after.
Adam did.
Yes.
He died in the bathroom.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Can you show me what bathroom that was?
Sure. Goes in like basically like there. It's a bathroom right off on the side of the main room,
I
and
Go ahead.
in the field, Cooper. 'Cause we're bringing it back. I'll be on.
Here?
It's just sort of nods. He goes, Crimson King and I have fought for decades now. Across different lives, different bodies. I think the only way to defeat him is to bring Albion back. To claim this part of the city as our own.
What would that mean for the people who live here?
And he kind of looks around and you see people who are going through and like getting the crops and such. And he goes, good food, fresh skies. I mean, he just kind of like smiles and looks around and goes, have you ever seen a place in the city as clean as this?
Can't say I have.
Just smiles and goes, I need you to become you again. If we're going to face him, we need to be powerful.
The thing is, I'm not just that person that you want me to be. I'm not exactly him.
He just smiles and he goes, and you think I'm just Arthur now?
No, I don't know if Arthur was ever balding.
And he just there's just a moment where he just looks up and he goes, balding implies that something has been lost. This because he goes, I make this look fucking good.
All right, fair enough. You're owning it. I appreciate that. I respect it. So what do you need from me? Short term, achievable.
He goes, right now, you're stepping back into the role of my friend, Merlin. Once you're more powerful, once you're ready, I'm going to need you because the Crimson King has his hooks deep into this city, and I intend to rip him out.
All right. Don't know a lot about that, and not particularly good at the spellcraft just yet, but we'll see where that goes. Look, this has been fun. This has been great. I need to go, so I'm gonna do that. But don't be a stranger.
And he just smiles and he kind of points towards a small pond on the thing, and he goes, fall into the pond. You will find yourself at home.
It's not a door or like some stairs or.
And he just sort of smiles and he goes, she's always been the way that we've come into our power.
Ah, the water woman. Okay, all right. I'm game. Hello, water woman. I'm going to step through you now.
All right, and you kind of feel the thing, and as you kind of like at the edge of it, as you fall, like you just sort of feel like this is the way to do it. You kind of fall into the water, and as you hit, instead like there's the cold and the shock of like a slightly cooler water hits you, even though you're not physically hit with water. And there's just this moment where you're looking into the eyes of, again, kind of how you saw Arthur when he first came through, sort of blazing with glory. Like you're suddenly the Lady of the Lake before you are back in your own apartment, standing with the mirror behind you.
Are my clothes wet?
Nope. Back
Cool.
at the funeral home.
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Adam's going into the bathroom. He
Mhm.
wants to like see if anything is out of place. Like he said he died in here. He wants to like see if he fell into anything, if there's any like residual magics. I don't know.
Go ahead and roll for well, I'm sorry, y'all. We have no choice for him to roll it because that's what makes sense. Go ahead and look beyond the mist. You're going to roll plus how many mythos? Do you just have one mythos?
Yeah.
You'll
Come
roll,
on.
roll plus one, or it'll let you know to roll your mythos.
Whoops.
How'd you do?
It said mythos +1. Then you gave me a +1, or is that just
No,
the one you wrote?
No, that's just because the mythos themes you have are one. There's just this moment
So-
where as you sort of like, what does it look like for you when you look beyond the mist, when you sort of access the more magical realm around you?
I imagine for him, it's just this. As he looks, it almost looks like there's this eternal fire in front of him that separates. And he kind of like sees smoldering around the edges, but then he can see clearly. But he failed. He got a 6.
I know. So as you look through, that means I get to make a hard move.
Yeah, go figure.
There's just like when you look through, like there's so many spirits and such still hanging in this area, and there's just one of them. See, something just kind of comes up and just kind of grabs you around the chest, and you just feel chill coming through you, and it goes, "Death was here," and then you're kind of pop back out. Go ahead and take. We're gonna give you a chilled by death at 2.
Where do I put that?
On your character sheet, there should be a place
Yes.
for
There's like tags down below.
yeah for the tags.
Story tags?
Yep.
Did Adam find another ghost?
Or your statuses.
Well-
yes.
Fight implies winning.
So what is it? Chilled by what?
Chilled by death, because what you heard is it grabbed you. It goes, "Death was here," and then you got
And then-
shoved sort of back out of it. And the rest of you see Adam fall out of the bathroom. The door.
And you
kinda
said
closed.
it's -2 or -3?
2.
Negative.
Oh God, what'd you break?
I apologize for my friend. He's, as you can see, he's a very large man.
And she just sort of looks back and goes, "Sure, he is. Are we done here?"
May I use your phone for a moment, please?
Certainly, and shows you it.
I'm gonna call the mental health person, Selma.
I'll be
Okay.
helping Adam up while you do that.
Yeah.
So just yeah, there's a moment and you just hear Dr. Perrin's office. Who may I say is calling?
Hi there. My name is I make up a name. You were recommended to me by Martha. What's Martha's last name again?
Ellis.
Martha Ellis. I was hoping you could help me out.
Oh, yeah. Let me put you through. This moment, Dr. Perrin.
Hi there. My name is. You were recommended to me by Martha Ellis. I was hoping you could help me. I have been having a lot of trouble lately, with addiction. I was really wondering if there was a chance we could meet up.
And there's just this moment. You hear. That should be possible. How is Martha?
She's not well.
I was afraid of that. But she's specifically. When are you able to come in?
I can come in later today if you're available.
Today's a little booked. You know how people like we are.
Yeah.
Are
course.
you? Will tomorrow work for you?
We can make time for that. Thank you.
And just that's all right. I'll see you then.
All right. Have a great day. Doctor. I'm gonna say Dr. Selma. He'll call us Dr. Selma. I think the name I gave her was Justine Bateman.
That's a good name.
Did you just use 80s sitcom stars for always? Like Supernatural, or was always like a 70s rocker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. I come back to the group. I approach the funeral director. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate this, ma'am.
Oh, that's fine. We've let the police know anything we know too. Let us know if there's anything else we can do to help.
Of course. All right, and then we leave. Adam, what the hell happened in there?
I did that thing that we can do. You know, the woo thing where we see the not seen, the there but not there.
What's that move called again? Adam like opens his third eye. What is it called?
It's the are you asking like out of character? Or...
Out of character. I'm making notes.
Oh yeah, it's the look beyond the mist. It's I did that thing, and there's a ton of ghosts in there.
Oh
it's a funeral home, man. What do you expect?
And one of them like grabbed me and said death was here, and then threw me out of the bathroom.
How many legs did he have?
Like here specifically in the funeral home, or he in the bathroom?
I didn't have a chance to ask. He threw me out.
Gotcha.
And then you all were like, "Hey, we're gonna leave now. Don't mind our guy. He's clumsy," which I
didn't say clumsy. I said big.
But we know what you meant.
You know what I meant.
Well, I mean, you'd rather that than us say, "Hey, our guy got attacked by a ghost," probably.
I mean, they would probably never talk to us again if you said that.
Yeah.
Well, I made a call to the mental health doctor on the card you had. I have an appointment with her tomorrow as Justine Bateman.
Oh.
All right. And are we at a good place to probably roll credits for tonight?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
All right. So you all can do your geek out during the credits. At the end of the session, when the credits roll, we'll go around. You can decide to answer one or more of the following questions. Do yourself a favor. Go ahead and bring this up. How has the crew grown this session? You can recover a burnt crew power tag if you use one, or mark attention on a crew theme. What characters had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? And which of your themes is under the most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place?
Where are those again?
Cheat sheet, I think.
Yeah, if you bring up the player moves.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cheat sheet.
I'll go to the player moves. The cheat sheet gives kind of overall stuff, and then the player moves.
Oh, okay.
On page 2. Geek out during credits.
Gotcha.
On page 2?
Yep.
Or B5 is what it'll say. This is of the player moves. The player moves PDF.
I think. Do we decide as a group how the crew has done?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I am gonna say that I think we did really good splitting up and like tackling things. Like I know we always do that, but like I don't know, I feel like sometimes we get kind of like lost a bit. And like I feel like we split up and everyone and not only that, we didn't split up in teams. Adam and Cooper did stuff separately, and it was very like bing 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 bing. This guy sucks. And he definitely murdered his wife, technically. But I think that's granted. Let me really quickly think about how that relates to a crew theme.
Well, detective work.
Probably detective work.
The thing that we're ostensibly that's our job.
Yeah.
But I mean, also next time we're gonna blow up another car.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, hopefully better this time. We'll actually blow it up.
This time we'll kill all those people inside.
Yeah.
That's not the goal.
Yes, it is.
No, we're
All right, so if you can choose one or more, or none of them if you don't think they fit. With which characters had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session, you either gain a help or a hurt point with them, or which of your themes is under the most strain. If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place?
Hmm.
I think I had the most interactions with Adam. Like, oddly enough.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
choose if there'll be
so-
a help or a hurt, depending.
I think help.
I think Adam had similar there.
I think I had the most interactions with Hope, in that Hope told me to do a thing and then I did a thing.
That's true. That's true too.
That's a help point. Yay. It's nice to have help points for more people, because I think I only had hurt points. Or not only, but only the hurt
Mostly.
points were coming up.
I
Yeah.
had a hurt point. I had a help with Cooper, and now I have one with Hope.
Nice.
As a reminder, we still need to figure out what I know about you, your dark secret.
Well, we'll figure that out when it comes up, when it's necessary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll use it against you when the time comes.
One day.
Yeah. I think that's it for Phil. I'm not gonna lie. My main meaningful moment was just convincing that guy, or was not even convincing, was telling that guy that his wife was cheating on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing to do.
Which of your themes is under the most strain?
And
For me, it's
there,
Project.
there may be none
Mhm.
too. So
For me, it's Project Cicada.
Okay.
Should I put that under like that one? Like, should that be a crack?
yeah, what does it say on the?
I might.
Oh no, just no, it doesn't have a crack. This is just you would write down what you think would happen if it collapses. So yeah, this one is probably something that has been more strained during actual play.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it hasn't necessarily come up too much yet. So yeah, on this one, I might not like that. Probably wouldn't make sense in this one for it to be under strain unless something has strained it yet.
Okay. I don't think anything has had more strain than.
I don't think I have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that one's just sort of thinking about when you something that you maybe want to see get switched to a different theme, because as you lose a logos theme, it becomes mythos and vice versa. So you can kind of become a little bit more human or a little bit more legendary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If we want to go ahead and let people know who we are.
Who are we? Hi. My name's Ibrahim. It's weird that Michael goes last. Hi, my name's Ibrahim. I use he, him pronouns, and you can find me at cosmic_Ebe.
I'm Sarah. I'm Powerful Week 1 on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
Hello, Nessa. I'm available under Loch Nessa, LOCHNEA. There's an A in there. SSA. I do TikToks. I've been doing a lot of weird shit with trolls recently, so watch out.
And Steve.
Oh God. Nessa made me laugh.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X everywhere, co-host of the Ronin's Den podcast. I'm a full-time cast member on the Beards and Barbarians Twitch show on Friday nights, as well as I'm here. I'm on TikTok. I got a lot going on. If you want to look me up, look me up.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
And I often go last. It's sort of the holdover from doing burlesque MC for 13 years, where you introduce the show and at the end you're like, I'm Connie Buck Steve. Good night. But I am Michael, Improv GM, just about everywhere, and we will catch you all later.
Bye.